To get the best team, you have to keep in mind of who that person is or what kind of background this person comes from. What I'm trying to get to is the population, a big portion of the population in the MENA region is very young, very educated. They're coming with a lot of ambition. And we look at these statistics and numbers and we know that flexibility is a big part of the hiring process, for example. If you want to have the best engineers, they have to be flexible. The company has to be flexible enough to give this employee to be located wherever he wants, to come into the office whenever he wants, to bring in his lunch if he wants to. So that kind of flexibility is not just a trend, but it's becoming a big selection process in which the talent, let's call them talent, selects where they want to work at. So if you want to hire the best people, you have to give them, of course, the best environments, best location that we are in here today, for example, around a good lake, greenery, ability to come down, take a run, jog, do healthy activities, go back to work. So all of these is as critical as looking at someone's capabilities in terms of whether he's a good engineer, good software engineer or not.
The problem that I see in a lot of places is when you're hiring employees or you're hiring a team, maybe two different mindsets completely. When you're hiring a team, you're looking at a larger picture and you're sharing the vision and the outcome of that vision with those people. So you have to look at it from that perspective. And remember, if a person is valuable, you need to give him his value. You need to define his value, you need to actually accept his value and acknowledge his value, which comes in the form of sweat, it comes in all kinds of stuff. So you need to make sure you take care of the people like that. So one of the biggest, inputs that I can possibly give, if you want the best people, don't look at peanuts. You need to go and look at people who have value, respect that value and go for them. The second thing is, it's almost like quoting somebody or selling something. So you have to make an effort to convince the person to come on board. So make the effort, take the time. Don't let HR take care of it. I think core people should be hired by the whole team.
Talent here, as well as everywhere in the world, is probably one of the hardest ingredients, right? Finding the right people to join your team and building a team of fantastic people. This is where actually capability development, training, working on actually giving your own employees and partners the ability to get exposed to a wide range of new topics, to expand your horizons in areas that you don't know so much about, as well as doubling down and going deeper to learn more about what's cutting edge in the digital economy. And this is why we're focused so much at Astrolabs on delivering capability development training, both for corporates as well as for startups.
The good thing about this market, let's start with the good, is that it's a small market. Everybody knows each other, so it's very easy to get referrals. Every single one of my personal most successful hires have come through referrals. You can never ever judge whether their person's the right fit from interviews and testing. It's always really about experiment, really working with the person for quite some time. At the end of the day, it's really what matters most is the cultural fit within the team, rather than knowledge. Knowledge is very easy to gain. It's more about cultural fit and willingness to sort of commit to something that's risky and that's full of uncertainty.
It's not whenever we try to have, for example, just as an entrepreneur, as a startup, whenever we try to hire someone, it's not just me hiring, it's everyone in the company, making sure that everyone is has the same kind of culture, studio culture, work culture. And also finding people from really different backgrounds, different experiences that can complement one another in the way that they think and the way that they try to approach different problems and try to solve for them, even skill sets and things like that. I think the finding talent is really difficult, and one person the person who's finding that talent needs to really think not about that talent and how that talent is going to benefit the startup and the company, but also how they could affect everyone's life within the company. And I think that is super important.
I think we have just got into a phase where we've started hiring, and again, we go back to it's challenging. The reason it's challenging is because you can't take the same risk as you would if you were abroad. You need to get the visa, insurance, real estate. All of these things are actual challenges. Now, everyone says that there's a lack of talent. I disagree. I don't think that there's a lack of talent. It's just very difficult to convince them to jump ship and you to take a risk for that to potentially fail and have to get rid of them or fire them 2-3 months. And therefore you are so risk averse when making a hire that is a major challenge when building a team. You can never have the perfect hire. They always say hire slow, fire fast. But if you can't fire fast, you take these unnecessary precautions when hiring. So I think one of the things is an infrastructure level potential change that can allow you to hire more easily.